Woo! There I am. Barely made it. What's up, everybody? Hey, Michelle, you're already in here reposting the stream. It's Thursday, and it is time for something I used to do when I had my old YouTube page called pole dancing. Not that kind, not that kind. Come on, come on. Not that kind of pole dancing. The other one. Yeah, it's hilarious. So we have a gubernatorial race in New Jersey. Jersey apparently is in play. Um, Scott Presler, our boy Scott Presler, is working New Jersey. He thinks it's in play. What's up, Miss Sherry? Thank you for reposting the stream, my friend. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got Winsome Earl Sears, who is running to be governor of Virginia. And then you've got that weird, psychotic, white liberal female kook. And you know how I feel about them. Spamberger. Abigail Spamberger. Like, oh my gosh. Ew, she is just such a basic bitch. Ew, God, she's horrible. Ew, who would want to look at that crap every day? It's bad enough that we got two other psychos, Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan. The original, she is just one of the original psycho Mary Kay ladies. What's up, top speaker? Long time no see. Welcome. And then over in New York, you got the other psycho Mary Kay lady, Kathy Hochul, who is standing idly by and watching Zohran Mamdani get a high polling in the city of New York. Interestingly enough, she endorsed him for mayor of New York City, but he did not endorse her for her re-election campaign. I find that very, very interesting. I find that very interesting that she supports him, but he's like, yeah, no, because Zohran Mamdani does not like white folks. I'm just going to keep that 100. All these white liberal credential class, college educated kookazoids who think that they're finally going to get the recognition that they think and they deserve because they went to college at Columbia and took women's studies or African studies or something retarded that does not translate into a real job anymore because President Trump has done away with DEI. So those careers are pretty much gone. And anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. We'll talk about that another time. But Zohran Mamdani is not a fan. He does not like white folks at all. So they're all voting for him, thinking that he's on their side somehow, or thinking that they are somehow belonging to some accepted group. That dude hates you. He already said that, and then we're going to talk about Winsome Earl Sears versus that white liberal kook, Abigail Spanberger. Zoran Mamdani already said he's going to tax the hell out of rich, wealthy white folks on the Upper East Side. You're going to get taxed more than everybody else. That's literally against the law. And he will be sued into oblivion. That is, you can't do that. That is clear discrimination when you use color and race to exclude a certain demographic, even if you think that you're playing Robin Hood to try to elevate one group and put another group underfoot. He's a mixed bag, and nobody really knows the truth about him because he came from out of nowhere. There's no real history to kind of see where he came from. Same Obama style. Some dude from out of nowhere just comes and charms everybody with a smile, 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 smile. Very articulate, quick on the draw, quick on his feet with the word salads, quick on his feet. Don't let anybody sit there and think too long. Hurry up and get in there. Get in there. Just answer, even if it makes absolutely no sense. If it doesn't matter, just say it. Michelle says he hates anyone who's not Muslim. Dead ass. Look, he is a freaking jihadi. He is a Marxist jihadi. It's a crazy combination, but he is a Marxist communist. He claims he's a democratic socialist. No such thing. You're a communist. You're a literal communist. Why don't you just say you're a Bolshevik? You're a communist, bro. Just say it. You don't care about all the other shit you're revealing, like out there in public. You don't care what you say about literally anything else. He'll tell you straight up, I'm raising your taxes only on white folks, though, on rich white folks. Everybody else, I mean, I got to raise your taxes because New York is broke because they spent so much money on illegals over the last 4 years. But, still, it's mostly going to be rich white people, which he'll be in court from day one that he tries that shit because that's discrimination that violates civil rights laws. You can't do that. You can't tax somebody more just because they're white. This dude is out of his fucking mind. Anyway, that's one. And he hates Jews. He does. He hates Jews. I've been posting since President Trump made the historic peace deals in the Middle East. Now shut the fuck up. I'm over it. I don't want to hear anything. Speaking, look at this. Me Too, U.S. Bear story, U.S. Me Too. I am praying that there's something supernatural that takes place that bars him from the mayor's seat. Dan O'Brien, thank you, my brother, for sharing this, sharing the stream. Hang on, I got it. This one is actually here. I know where to find it. Since we're talking about jihadis. I saw this the other day, and this dumb bitch is still talking about the same crap, even though President Trump brokered the most historic peace deal in history. This ugly, big mouth, disgusting creature is still screeching river to the sea bullshit. I'm bringing this in right now so you can see what we're still dealing with. I don't think we need to have jihadis at all in Congress, at all. Communist, jihadi. If you are not an America First candidate, get out. Get out. Go back to your own country. Oh, that's right. Palestine is not a country. It's an idea. You're the descendants of Ishmael. That's it. That's your claim to fame. But she's a spoiled, entitled loser who has done absolutely nothing for America, who works only for her own tribe. Oh, dude. Thank you, Michelle. I like Scott. That's my bro. I like Scott a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope he does watch. That would be pretty rad, dude. That would be pretty rad because we're both kind of raw and uncooked. So thank you for doing that.
Look at this rooms, motherfuckers. We ain't going anywhere.
Oh, you think you're not? You think you're not ugly? You think your ugly fat ass ain't going nowhere? Keep thinking that.
Look at this rooms, motherfuckers. We ain't going anywhere. Political structures that I have to work in, that we all are surrounded by, was built on slavery and genocide and rape.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Gosh, I'm sick of hearing this shit. Shut up. Stop referring to slavery. You had no problem the last 4 years of people being trafficked and brought to America to be human child slaves in America and given to individuals who were pedophiles. And Joe Biden had no idea what happened to most of the children that were brought over here from particularly Guatemala. Okay? Why are you still here then? If you're so offended by America's past, get your ugly ass and them funky ass glasses and take your 48 kids and get the hell out of here. Get out. Go back to the river to the fucking sea. Get out of here. We don't need her kind still standing here. President Trump brokers a historic peace deal. He flies for 20 fucking hours to the Middle East to go and speak to the Jewish Knesset and to the survivors of the people who were brutalized and murdered on 7 October 2 years ago. He spends over an hour just grieving with these families. And this bitch is still talking about river to the sea. If we were a serious country, she would not be in Congress. Look at her wearing the freaking keffiyeh, right? Just standing there wearing that shit. In America, there are white people in that district. There are FBAs in that district. It's not just fucking Muslims in that district, but that's all she cares about. Those are the only individuals that Rashida Tlaib represents. We should not allow this. Ilhan Omar said the same thing she does. The only people they work for is theirs. They only work to represent and advance the interests of their countries that they came from. The shitholes that we rescued them from. This is the thanks we get, is to be called racist and rapers and oppressors and slavery owners. Then pack your shit and get out. We don't want to listen to this garbage anymore.
And oppression. Real change doesn't come from the cowards and warmongers. in Congress. It comes from the streets. It comes from all of us mobilizing.
Doing what? Mobilizing for what? Seizing the power. For what? President Trump brokered peace, and this skank is now telling people to take to the streets. For what? For what?
And seizing the power to resist and fight back. Gaza is the compass in this country.
Fuck you. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. People's Conference for Palestine. Take that shit back to the Middle East. Look at this garbage.
Now we're in Congress, and we're every corner of the United States. Look at this rooms, motherfuckers.
She's talking about Muslims. If you think she is so happy with Zoran Mamdani and all this bullshit that is going on right now, she can barely handle the joy and exuberance. Bro, if you think for 1 second that these individuals are here to be nice, you are out of your fucking mind. You're out of your you are out of your mind. They have no intention. They're nice out the gate. It's called it's called they call it something very, very specific. Michelle said even Somalia don't want her back. I'm going to do a show based just on Somalia, because there's some things that people don't really know about. There's a distinction with Somalia that Little Miss Ugly Ilhan does not want you to know. So I've done some research and I piled some information. That's another one, because we still haven't got to Winston Earl Sears, and we definitely need to do that. Can I paint like Scott? Girl, I can paint stick figures. I love the way his art is just amazing. His art is amazing. It's called, it's a specific thing where Muslims are allowed to lie to people straight to your face and tell you whatever they need to achieve the end result, which is taking over. As I always say, they do not assimilate, they dominate. They have no intention. The radical Muslim jihad class has absolutely no intention of sitting here in America and watching us prosper while their shithole country continues to burn. You heard what she just said. They tell you what the fuck they're thinking. They tell you their purpose. They tell you why they're here. She just said it. She just said it. There's no mystery. If you're still asking questions after hearing that speech, then you don't speak English good. She said it very plainly. She said that Gaza is the compass here in America. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nah, no, it's not. See, they would take over if they could. Adawa. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. Yep. It's where you can lie and say whatever you need to say to achieve the end result, which is domination. So Tears for Fears made a song called Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And that was so true. So the Chinese have their own uh, uh, mandate of heaven. So they think they're supposed to take over the world. You got the Muslims, they think they're supposed to take over the world. Christians are just sitting here like, we just fighting for Jesus. We just spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We ain't trying to take nobody over. But it's always the ones we let in America smiling, smiling, smiling. That son of a bitch has only been here and been a naturalized citizen for 6 years. And in that short amount of time, he immediately went to start working for local government. Immediately. Never got a job at a private firm. No, he's not an accountant. He's never been a customer service manager, never worked at a call center, never been a server, never worked as a hotel manager, went straight to politics. That was it's the only thing he's done. From Bath, England. Oh, Bath. Yes. Great music. They are here because this this country is wealthy and they want what we have and they just want to take it over. That's it. They think they're entitled. Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what Rashida Tlaib said? She's entitled. She thinks we owe her. We owe her. We owe the Palestinians. Somehow we owe them. When Hamas started cutting the fool and crashing out after the deals had been signed, they didn't even let the ink dry, and they tried to pull some shenanigans over there, threatening and killing Palestinians. So it's Hamas who's killing Palestinians. How come Rashida Tlaib never talks about that? How come she don't say nothing about that? She only wants to, she's putting this whole thing up there with a big, ugly, fat face and her giant mouth, talking about Donald Trump. That is the only thing she's talking about. Oh, and Benjamin Netanyahu. Of course, she's pointing fingers at him and the entire Jewish Knesset. Because see, if she had her way, every Jew on earth would be completely destroyed. That's their purpose in life. That's it. That's all. Get on YouTube and look at some of these videos of these people. These are 3,500-year-old grievances. Thank you, Dylan. What's up, my friend? These are ancient millennial grievances that have nothing to do with us. We should not be involved in this shit at all. We have nothing to do with these people. We're only 249 years old. These people have been on earth much longer than us. Why are we caught up in their shit? Why? At some point, you think Russia, Palestine, Israel, bro, y'all gonna have to figure this shit out. If you want to destroy each other, why are we standing in the way? It ain't done nothing but cost us money and lives of soldiers who have been on the battlefields of these cursed lands in the Middle East. Cursed. literal cursed lands. And we just over there chilling. Ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. Our soldiers are on that land. Freaky shit is happening when the soldiers first got over there years ago. Bro, we ain't got no business over there dealing with them people. That's their shit. Then here they want to come over here and get political power and work to try to destroy America from within. See, they hate us, but they need our money. They need what we have. They need our resources. They need our influence. They are raised to hate. They are raised to hate from the time they are freaking old enough to speak. And we just let them hear and give them everything that they want. Everything, just here you go. Here, oh, you want to train your people on how to kill us? Oh, here's some land down in New Mexico. Here you go. Here's some training out North Carolina. No big deal. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Let's get it popping. Go ahead. Y'all gonna kill us? Okay, that's cool. American politicians will do anything for a buck. It's crazy town. It's crazy to watch these people dance a jig for the lowest or highest price, depending on what bills are being legislated in Congress. Unreal. Yeah, I just went ahead and showed you that disgusting creature, Rashida Tlaib, and the ungrateful nature of these individuals who are never going to like us no matter what we do for them. No matter what we do, we will never be good enough. They think they're better than us because of their religion. They think they are owed what we have. And she's got a lot of nerve coming over here talking about slavery and genocide and rape. Literally everything Hamas did to the Israelis on the 7th of October 2 years ago. But she is talking about America like 400 years ago. What? Why hasn't, as I reiterate, why hasn't Rashida Tlaib said anything about the enormity of human trafficking and child sex trafficking over the last 4 years? She's awful quiet on that subject. AOC don't say shit. Ilhan Omar, she don't say nothing. Ayanna Pressley don't say shit. They don't say nothing. They ain't got nothing to say about the millions, hundreds of thousands, certainly, of little Guatemalan and Central American children who came to this country. They don't even know why the hell they were here. A lot of them were sold off by their family members. Period. A fact. That is a fact. They were sold off by their family members, parents, aunts, uncles, who cares? They sold the children to the cartels or to just send them to America. Give me the money so we can make it here. I guess I can make some more kids. A lot of these children will never be heard from again because they were tortured, they were raped and beaten and murdered. But Rashida Tlaib is talking about some bullshit, trying to point her stanky ass booty fingers at America for some things that happened way before any of us ever showed up here. when she does not talk about the genocide that is being committed right here by the Shady Pines resident that she supported. She signed off on these bills. She signed off on these CRs. But she wants to say she's better than us. Take your bitch ass to the Middle East then. See how long you last there with your giant mouth. Unreal. I saw something and I sent it to myself. Here it is. I want to bring this in because this is some good news. Top speaker, I am on here. I'm going to post it here. I am on X at Real Karen G. There you go, my brother. Check this out. Now, the Democrats will not say anything about this. Oh, good God, no. They have nothing to say about this. Absolutely nothing. Dead silence. They want to talk about things that don't matter, like No Brains rally and abortions and trans. You notice they're not talking that much about trans anymore. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they're not talking a lot about trans anymore because they see that people really just are not cool with that. Headline, this is Eric Daugherty posted on X. FBI Director Kash Patel announces the location of 5,400 child victims of criminals. The FBI has found, hang on, there's a video. I'm going to just let Kash be Kash. So let's all check this out. This is just the other day.
Just a 3-month span. You had 8,700 arrests of violent criminals. You had 2,200 firearms seized off the streets permanently to safeguard our communities.
Excellent.
You had 421 kilograms of fentanyl seized. Just to put that in perspective, that's enough to kill 55 million Americans alone. You had 45,000 kilograms of cocaine seized. And thanks to our Department of Justice partners, you had 2,100 indictments in 3 months from June to September alone. Mr. President, that in and of itself would be historic for a 4-year presidency.
He loves those numbers.
You did that in 7 months because of good cops, be cops. You partnered us with the right people, the Department of Justice, to put the handcuffs on and bring them to court and put them in prison. And if that weren't enough, when you look at the year, for the entire 7-month period that we're talking about here, if you look at the past 4 years of the Biden administration, 16,000, 17,000, 15,000, 15,000. That's the number of arrests year over year of violent felons in this country for the Biden administration. Mr. President, in 7 months, you have 28,600 arrests of violent felons in just 7 months alone because of your leadership and the dedication of the men and women at the FBI who want to go out there and do the job they were prevented from doing because that department used to be weaponized and politicized. And this is what happens when you take out the fangs of weaponization. This number is historic by every metric. 28,000 people have been arrested, violent felons alone.
28,000 violent felons arrested, and are a lot of them are illegal aliens, pedophiles, violent criminals arrested.
And then when you go over there and look at some of these charts, if you don't mind, I'll just hop over here. Look at the metrics for not just violent crime, but the homeland. Mr. President, during your administration, the FBI has found and located 5,400 children. That is a 30% increase year to date over the last administration. Violent crimes against children arrests alone are up 10%. Gangs up 10% in the last.
I want you to just notice President Trump loves charts. He loves charts. They put that chart up. He just smiles from ear to ear. He loves charts, especially when they are success, shows proof of success in his administration. He loves those charts.
7 months alone. And transnational organized crime, which Stephen Miller has been a great partner in, is up over 12% alone. These numbers are historic just as a snapshot. But people don't think we're focusing on violent crime alone. The national security mission, Mr. President, under your leadership has never been stronger.
That is awesome. And thank Christ for Kash Patel and for the Trump administration and for their Kash Patel's leadership, Dan Bongino and his leadership and working with Kash Patel at the FBI. It is now working in its intended capacity, not targeting American citizens who are mad, as they were doing when the FBI was headed by the evils. Bunch of freaking morons. Soros started it all. It started before him, but he definitely exacerbated the issue. He exacerbated the issues in this country by pouring money into this color revolution. I cannot even believe they were able to start and to exacerbate a color revolution in America. They did that in Ukraine in 2014. A color revolution in Ukraine in 2014 with, was it Victoria Nuland, another one of the Obama flunkies, Samantha Power, these Susan Rice, all of these individuals working together to destroy America from within. Can you imagine? They live here. I mean, they probably all got their exit plans for New Zealand, but in the interim, they live here. So it's just, God is merciful, and we better do this correctly. Why President Trump is just going bulldoze. Operation Bulldozer is what I call everything that's happening right now is Operation Bulldozer. I call it that because he doesn't give a shit what they think. He doesn't care about what the media prints. He doesn't care about what they say about the new ballroom that's going up and the demolition of the parts of the White House that they didn't care about until Donald Trump touched it. They are going to whine, bitch, moan, and complain about everything. So he might as well just do to restore America. He told us in the joint address to Congress early when he was first elected, when he was first inaugurated, he said, I have tried to please you people, talking to the Democrats and the rhinos. I have tried to be nice to you. I have tried to get you on my side. I have tried to work with you. I have done my best. I have done everything that I can to extend the olive branch. And every time that I do, you just don't accept my generosity. So you know what? Care anymore. I'm not going to try to please you. I'm not going to do anything to try to get you on my side anymore, because no matter what I do, you are going to hate me and you are going to try to ruin everything that I do. So I'm done. I'm washing my hands of all of you. He said that. He said that in the joint address to Congress. Go back and watch it. I knew right then he is going gangbusters. He is going OG mob gang on gas, and there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. They tried all the lawfare. That shit is phasing out. It's fizzling out. It's not working. Nobody cares. All it's doing is exposing the Democrats for being the cheerleaders with short skirts on and the pom-poms out for illegal alien criminals. By the way, every individual who comes into this country illegally, I don't care who you are a criminal. You crossed into this country and you did not have the paperwork to say you are either a naturalized citizen or that you are trying to become a naturalized citizen. You just walking, doing a crip walk up in here, kicking it live with your new J's on and your new iPhone, your brand new iPhone, and your brand new Louis Vuitton bag with all your kids, or the single dudes. Even the gotaways was coming in here with J's on, bro. While you struggling and you so broke you can't pay attention, you can't pay your rent, you can't pay your mortgage, you can't pay your bills. You know why? Because you've been paying for they broke ass for the last 4 years for them to live in luxury apartments in New York City at the Royal freaking Hotel. For them to take up all the hotels in New York City and house the illegal aliens for 4 freaking years. You paid to put them on Section 8. You paid for all their kids' education. I'm not ever going to stop talking about that until they're all gone. I want them all gone. All of them have got to go, especially the ones that came here. They got to go. You got to go. You got to kick rocks. You got to get the hell up out of here. We have spent, as I mentioned on the show last night, 1 trillion. Do you hear what I said to you? Trillion with a T. 1 trillion, 844 billion freaking dollars. Hello, my love. How are you doing? How are you, sweetheart? I'm so glad to see you in here on my live. How you doing, my love? That's right. J-Mom says, and you are nothing but a replacement to take over the health insurance, schools, and food stamps. You're absolutely correct. Yes. Yes. I mean, the United Nations published, like, no shame in their game. I love you back, my darling. Tell the baby I said hello. Give her some love from me. They don't care that you know. Go, if you would look that up. The UN Migration Pact. They told us what they were doing, and they don't care if we don't like it. So, yeah, we're going to dump the entire third world in America and Western Europe. Ha! Now gone. You did that all last night. Now gone somewhere. Doggone Democrat. I'm telling you, that little flying monkey around here, that's a Democrat. Because it kept just buzzing around, just buzzing. It's a Democrat. I swear it's a Democrat. So, yes, very, very horrible what they've done. They in Texas recently, a bunch of illegal aliens had been voting in Texas. So the thing that they said, Democrats said can't happen, that it wasn't happening. Oh, it's a right-wing conspiracy theory. No, it's actually a fact. I cannot wait until they find all the illegals who have been voting in the state of Colorado. Oh, Butsy. Oh, I cannot wait for that. Oh, my God. He must be helping Curtis campaign on Staten Island. Oh, text him. Yes, girl, please tell him come on in here. Tell me here. And he's, man, that race. And you know what? Thank him from us for stomping the yard, hitting the concrete, and doing everything that needs to be done to prevent the jihadi from taking over New York City. Please tell him that we said that. Oh, God. Jared Polis, the first openly gay governor there. That freaking creep. I call him Squishy. He got arrested for feeding pigeons yesterday. Really? Really? They trying to take Scott Libido off the beat, essentially. That's not going to work. He's loud. He's not. They're not going to be able to keep him down. That's stupid. Yeah, but the governor here, so-called governor, he says he's a governor. He's not. He's just whatever. He's just, that's another whole broadcast. But he's a loser. He's got, his family has money. He was left some money, and that's why he has money. But he has destroyed the state of Colorado. He has destroyed this beautiful Centennial state, run it into the ground. What's up, Deanne? Thank you for reposting, my darling. Oh, yeah, I bet that video is out there somewhere. I bet you it's funny as hell. We got to talk about Winsome Sears. I'm just like, there's so much going on. It's hard to just kind of stay in one place and focus, but we'll work on it. Winsome Sears, she is a Marine veteran. She is an immigrant, I believe, from Jamaica or Curacao. It might be Jamaica, I think. But Winsome Sears is a veteran, and she served some time in the Marines and has been the lieutenant governor of the state of Virginia. And she is running to be the governor against this creep. I'm going to pull this in here. This was the debate last week where the white liberal kook, Abigail Spanberger, couldn't even answer a simple question. And she's another idiot like Katie Porter, who thinks that she just needs to be coronated into the position and that she doesn't have to run. And how dare you make her go through all of these things to run for the office. Katie Porter is running for governor of California. That's a disaster. That's another pole dancing episode because she's another psychotic, crazy, white liberal kook. But let's look at this. This is Winsome Sears, and she debated Abigail Spanberger, like, Abigail. She's such a ugly, basic bitch looking. Ugh. Ew, gosh, she's hideous to be old.
Really, what I want to ask, this first question is, Abigail, when are you going to take Jay Jones and say to him, you must leave the race?
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold up. We got to back up just for 2 seconds. Is that ugly bitch wearing white shoes in October? Are those white shoes? Oh, bitch, you cancel. I want her out of the race. Those are white shoes. Why is she wearing white shoes? White shoes in October? I'm done with her. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This bitch is wearing white shoes. Okay, look now. They're asking her, DDM, you're cracking up. It's so funny. They're asking her, excuse me, Winsome Sears is asking her about the comments made by the text messages that were released to the public with her kind of sort of running mate for Attorney General, and what's his name, Jay Jones, who looks like a complete limp-wristed, limp-dick simpleton. And he just said some awful, disgusting things about another Democrat there in Virginia and a state rep, and just talking about he wants to just really violent shit. I know you've already heard of it. I'm not going to repeat it, but he's a sanctimonious asshole Democrat, as per usual, who has not it's a half-ass. I'm not sorry it happened. I'm sorry it got Gosh, I cannot stand Democrats. So he's just mad he got caught. He's not mad about what he said. He meant it. That's why he sent the text. He absolutely meant what he said. But he got caught, and they released these text messages. And now, he's not doing as well in the race, and neither is Abigail Spanberger for this debate right here. This kooky, kook-tard, white liberal bitch with white shoes on in October. I'm canceling her just for that reason.
Really, what I want to ask, this first question is, Abigail, when are you going to take
No,
Jay
what,
Jones
girl,
and say to him, you must leave the...
Girl, them is white fucking
When are you
shoes.
going to take
Woo!
Jay
Look at them
Jones
white
and...
shoes. Look at them white shoes. Look at them white shoes. Oh my, I can't. Who told her that was a good idea? That outfit is hideous. Her hair is hideous. She looks like she needs extra iron. I mean, oh my God. She looks translucent because she's not healthy, because she's full of the devil, and it's showing in her ugly face. But them white shoes is next. I can't even believe she's wearing them white shoes.
Say to him, you must leave the... has said that he wants to murder his political opponent, and not only that, but his political opponent's children.
The sole debate between Virginia gubernatorial candidates, Democrat candidate Abigail Spanberger and Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, quickly devolved into disagreements and personal barbs over the brewing scandal surrounding Democrat.
Look at that little chump right there. That ain't nothing but a chump. He's a little chump. Ew. What a chump. Is he married? Who would crawl in bed with that thing?
Jay Jones. Jones, the Democratic nominee for Attorney General, previously sent violent text messages.
Yeah. He said he'll go to their funerals to piss on their graves, and he's still in the race, because that's what Democrats are. They don't care that they're violent. They don't care that they just murdered Charlie Kirk on live broadcast, and they're still just walking around sanctimonious AF, acting like they didn't do anything wrong when they know it's their side that's violent. And now this ugly wench is running to run the state of Virginia into the ground. Another coop-tard white liberal, Lulu crazy bitch. Now she has no idea how to run a state. She has no idea how to run a dog walking business. She has no idea what she's doing. And this is proof right here when Winsome Sears asks her to just answer a question. She stands there. How dare you? Look at this.
Suggesting he would put 2 bullets into former Virginia Republican House Speaker Todd Gilbert. The revelation has roiled the Virginia race, with Republicans, including President Donald Trump, calling for Jones to exit the race. Earl Sears, Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares, and the National Republican Senatorial Committee have all released ads attacking Democrats over the Jones scandal.
Good.
Democrats have condemned the messages, but stop short.
This funny looking creep. Something is weird about him too. Look like a damn Cro-Magnon porch Negro.
Of calling for Jones to exit the race. As Earl Sears grilled Spanberger, she remained silent, refusing to answer her questions about Jones's role on the Democratic ticket.
What would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail.
She kind of smirked. Did you see that? She kind of smirked. This white liberal creep will destroy the state of Virginia. She cannot wait to get in and get her nasty, grubby hands on all of the beautiful natural resources of the state of Virginia so she can destroy them, just like this fat creep has done in this beautiful centennial state of Colorado, who he literally said when he was first so-called inaugurated, whatever, he said that he was going to destroy. There's a particular set of companies, oil and gas companies, that he has been after since he started. And I'm telling you, it has almost worked. Over-regulations has basically almost bankrupted the oil and gas industry here. They just moved to Wyoming, a few hundred miles, 100 miles north. Because why stay here in this coop-tard state where they're being abused by this squishy little freak? You see, she didn't say a word. She just stood there. She smirked. Yeah, she's scared. But I guarantee you, she called her all kind of Negroes, and I don't mean the nice version. Guaranteed, because she's a racist, white, liberal little creep. And she's mad because she's ugly and she is wearing them stupid ass white shoes in October. Who told her that was a good idea? Yes, classy Winsome destroys her with such class and panache. Yes, she does. J-Mom says she looks trans. She does, huh? She does kind of look like a lady. She does kind of look transish. She says she has kids. I don't know what dude would hit that, but I mean, dudes get drunk and they just put a bag over your head and a pillow or something and just whatever. God, who would want to wake up to that ugly face every morning? Democrat females are ugly. They are. They're ugly. They're ugly because it's inside them and it resonates out. He's blind, probably. But Winsome Sears, they did have a double, for some odd reason, Abigail Spanberger had a double-digit lead over Winsome Sears. But after that debate where she just stood there looking stupid and smirking, that smarmy little liberal Democrat, I know more than you. I'm better than you. I went to Harvard. I went to Columbia. I went to NYU. Nobody likes that smarmy little creepy thing that they do. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it except their own. And they do it because they think they're better than everyone else. So we're going to switch gears a little bit because I found, as I mentioned last night, a treasure trove of videos from a content creator, or maybe just somebody who's recording everything, who's down there in Mexico. But she's kind of a pale-faced version of Kamala. Exactly. She doesn't get on her knees. It's probably the only way she can get a date, actually. With that face, how in the world, whatever. And yep, I'm talking crap about Democrats because they have spent the last 10 years making ugly pictures about my president and talking about my first lady and talking crap about Barron, talking crap about my first family. And I am going to call them out for being ugly, nasty, fat, nasty, big Tremolo, ugly ass, stinking, breath stank, they nasty body odor, they don't wash, they smell like fish market. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. They have destroyed this country and they just want to continue to fail up and steal our money and lie to us. And we're done with it. That's why Donald Trump is president and the Hindu Horus is not. So let's go down to Mexico for just a little bit. Because it's very important to remember what the Democrats did to us for 4 years under Joe Biden. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is Mexico deports migrants en masse to Guatemala. I haven't heard anything from the Democrats. Have you? I thought it was racist. I thought deportations were racist. I have y'all heard anything about the Democrats saying anything negative about Claudia Sheinbaum? Anybody? If you have, please post it. I want to know.
Dozens of buses hired by the National Migration Institute from northern and central Mexico deliver around 500 deported Guatemalans daily.
Damn.
The deployment of 6,000 soldiers to Mexico's southern border is part of the implementation of the migration treaty demanded by U.S. President Donald Trump to stem the flow of Central American migrants. Had a bilateral meeting with his Guatemalan counterpart, Bernardo Arevalo. They agreed to secure the border, reactivate the high-level security group, and collaborate to address the insecurity on both sides of the border.
In recent weeks, Mexico has intensified its efforts to control the flow of migrants on its southern border, focusing on the most recent caravan that set out from Tapachula in Chiapas. However, Mexican authorities have implemented a series of operations that have drastically changed the course of these travelers. Instead of advancing north, many have been suddenly returned to the border with Guatemala. In recent days, the Mexican government has detaining migrants who were detained in various parts of Mexican territory.
Racist! Mexicans are racist. They're racist. They're deporting illegals from Guatemala and Venezuela. You're racist. You are racist.
Another group of deported migrants crossed from Mexico into Guatemala.
Bye.
They were not given the opportunity to request asylum.
Asylum? Ain't no war. Why you ain't ain't no damn war in Guatemala. What you coming? Why? I mean, I don't even want them in Mexico because see, I know what that means. That means that at some point they'll get sick of being in Mexico and they'll try to do another caravan on the way up here and just hope that the president lets them in. And, before long, you got 100,000 individuals all amassed trying to get up in here. And then we're going to have to start doing some shit because you ain't coming up in here. You are not forcing your way into this country ever again. Take your monkey ass right back to where you came from.
In either Mexico or the United States.
Don't mix baking soda with organic honey unless you're ready to read the fine print on a medicine label without glasses. This is literally.
Can't help it.
The Mexican government's strategy is based on attrition tactics that have proven effective in dissuading migrants from continuing on their journey. I'm here for the second time. The first time we came down from above in Tijuana, they dropped us off here. Suddenly they turned you back. It's like you're sent back in a car.
And now they've dropped us off here and we have no money.
These operations are not.
Honey, what did you come here? What did you come for? Why are you applying for asylum? There is no war in Guatemala. There's no war in Guatemala. There's no religious persecution in Guatemala. It is a mostly Christian country or mostly Catholic country. So you're not being religiously persecuted, which is yet another criteria by which we measure whether you are an asylum seeker. The only real asylum seekers that we have had in this country were the white South Africans. People don't like it, but they are seeking asylum and they should have been able to come here. Okay? I mean, they could have gone to New Zealand or somewhere else, but President Trump made the deal. But these individuals, they're economic migrants. Their ultimate destination is the United States. They're trying to wait it out and see if they can do what they did in 2021 when Joe Biden was installed. They're trying to wait it out, thinking that if they can just wait like 3 years, that the nationalist populist movement is going to dissipate. You must be about your rabbit ass mind. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going. Rashida Tlaib said it. No, fatty, you going, but we are not going. This is my country, Rashida Tlaib. This is my country. Mine. And we don't owe people anything. Okay? Stop trying to wait it out and come here. That's why they're going to Mexico. Once you keep sending them back, they're going to stop trying to migrate.
Not new, but 2025 has reached an unprecedented level of coordination between the National Immigration Institute, the Army, and the National Guard. Strict control of the area is carried out by the Civil Guard, the Federal Police, and the National Immigration Institute. Authorities hope that these measures will significantly reduce the flow of undocumented citizens. According to recent reports, migrants are intercepted at multiple points along the roads, forced to return again and again until exhaustion overcomes them.
Bye.
This constant repetition creates a psychological effect that causes many to abandon their original lands and opt to stay in Guatemala, thus freeing Mexico from migratory pressure.
It is better for them to get tired of deporting us so much than for us to get tired of returning so much. We are going to put in the effort until we can be there because we know the extreme poverty and everything that is happening in our Central American countries. One of the
That's They don't care about Mexico. Mexico is a means to an end. They don't care about Mexico. They just want to get into Mexico to inch closer to the United States. What is cranking out all these people? We already got 50 million of these bastards in here the last 4 years, and it looked like 50 million more is waiting. Is there a damn factory down in these places or some shit? How do you keep cranking out all these damn people? We already had the caravans from 2017, 2018, 2019 until President Trump stopped that cold. The border is now hermetically sealed. You're not coming in here. Okay? Stop trying! Damn it!
Most notable aspects of these operations in which migrants to the buses of the National Migration Institute. In several documented cases, the authorities offer apparent help, promising safe transportation to the northern border or even assistance in regularizing their status in Mexico. But once on board, the real destination is the southern border, where they are deported directly to Guatemala. They just dropped us off here without any information, that we had to figure out how to leave however we could, and they left me here, and my family, my mother, over there, in Guare.
This practice has been reported in previous caravans, but today it has become a key dispersed without any direct confrontations.
This is the path of Central American migrants in Mexico heading to the border with Guatemala. After arriving by plane in Tapachula, Chiapas, the migrants are taken by bus to the border crossing, escorted by the National Guard.
The Mexican Army has played a central role in these efforts, setting up checkpoints and conducting operations on the first roads in Chiapas and Oaxaca. For a few weeks now, the presence of the military at the so-called border has caused great unrest among the residents. These checkpoints, equipped with military vehicles and armed personnel, check documents and detain anyone who does not have valid permits. Where did they return them from?
Oh, from Sonora, they say. They
are returned to Ciudad Juarez with the intention of being immediately transferred by the National Migration Institute to south of the country with the intention of removing them from the country through the southern border.
It's mighty funny how they have this extreme deportation method, but you got Democrat politicians in the United States right now fighting tooth and nail to keep illegals in this country. It's the damn strangest thing I've ever seen. Good God Almighty.
In October 2025, at least a dozen of these operations were registered, capturing hundreds of migrants scattered in the main caravan. The soldiers, supported by drones and surveillance technology, patrol the alternate routes that the migrants try to use to evade the controls. This security network has made it impossible for the caravan to advance and unified routes easier to manage and deport. In our country, we also deport more of our neighbors to the south. According to figures from the Ministry of the Interior, 51% of those deported from Mexico
CRM is so slow. So slow. Thank goodness I'm using
or Guatemalan. As a result of these actions, migrants have begun to rethink their lives. Many, after being returned several times, decide to settle in Guatemala rather than face the risks of the journey again. They grab us and send us back as they please. They treat us however they please. It shouldn't be like this.
Well, don't come. What is you doing? These entitled, they're entitled. They're acting like we owe them or like Mexico owes them. What? You're entitled. What? Oh my God. These are not like the illegal aliens from the 70s and 80s who just came to America, kept their head down, worked hard, and didn't expect handouts. These bastards think we owe them something, and they're really pissy because they can't get to the United States. I'm telling you, the US is their ultimate goal. They are going to try to stay in Mexico for a little while to see what happens with American politics. They know American politics better than American citizens do. By the way, that's how so many of them were already lined up at the southern border to hurry up and flood the gates when Joe Biden was sworn in on 20 January 2020. It immediately opened borders, immediately. Come on, come one, come all, come in. Bro, that's why I'm playing this kind of in its entirety, because I want you to see how Mexico is deporting illegals, but the Democrats have said nothing.
Or maybe if you say, give me deportation, and send them back to their country. But it doesn't. Have an increase in the migrant population, where these individuals seek employment in agriculture or informal commerce. We don't want to know anything about Mexico anymore, some comment in local interviews, opting to rebuild their lives in a neighboring country that, although it has challenges, offers less immediate opportunities. They
arrive deported without money, they arrive without resources, worn out, and so they start here in the city to see what they can achieve. They go around begging for money in the streets, asking for money, asking for nothing more than food.
This trend marks a significant change. Mexico is gradually freeing itself from the migratory burden, passing the responsibility to Guatemala. Looking to the future, Mexico plans to definitively close its border with Guatemala to prevent mass influxes. Close to the government indicate that measures are being prepared, such as reinforcing walls, increasing patrols, and implementing biometric systems at crossing points. This closure will not only stop current caravans, but will also deter future waves of migrants who see Mexico as a viable route. With the border...
She just said it. Who see Mexico as a viable route to get to the United States. That's what that is. Their ultimate goal is to come to the United States. And they're waiting it out, and they're hoping that President Trump will just, somebody else will come in who's like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, and it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, 4 years of the golden age, they're not going to have a chance. That's what they're trying to prevent. They're trying desperately to prevent the golden age. They're trying desperately to prevent American Renaissance. They are trying desperately to continue on with their greedy hands to power. And it's not working because they don't have a message and they don't have a plan to fix what they broke. People know these politicians were in power when all of this inflation happened, and now they want another shot to do it again. And now they're like out here, they don't even care that they're working for illegals. They work for illegals. They don't work for American citizens. They are stomping the yard hard for illegals. They don't care about us, but they want to get elected here in the United States. They want to keep getting elected here so they don't have a policy plan. They don't have a plan at all for economic rebirth of the American economy. They don't have a plan to help these young people to go into jobs that are going to prepare them for their future. They don't have a plan. All they have is get Trump. That's it. Get rid of Trump and we'll figure out the rest. They have no idea. They have no idea how to do anything. That's why we're in this mess. And once again, Trump has to come in and clean it up. Every single time he has to come in and clean up behind the Democrats who leave a complete and total mess. Let's read some of these comments. The left has no fashion sense. Pikes Peak Gamer, what is going on? Sammy Lee, what's up? Good to see you. Oh, you're in the gym? Getting swole. I love it. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. What's up? Pikes Peak Gamer. Those white shoes. Shit. You're right. DDM says the left has no fashion sense. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. J-Mom says they're pretty girl hating losers. Yep. Yes, they are, because they're ugly. That's what happens when you ugly. You hate pretty girls. I mean, they're hideous. They're hit. Can you imagine looking like Abigail Spanberger with them white shoes? Bro, I can't get over that. It's October and she's wearing white fucking shoes. It should be a curse on her for that. It should be a curse on her for that. That's right. Jesus is king. They want to say no kings, but we know who the king is. Oh, thank you, J-Mom. You so sweet. Mexico is a narco state. You're absolutely correct. It has been taken over by the cartels, and they are owned by other countries. Cartels are not making money. They're not making money. They're trying to get their drugs into here, and President Trump and our Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, keep blowing up their damn drug ships. Probably had some, humans on there. Because they don't care. They'll use human shields. They don't give a shit. They don't care. Hamas does it. They use human shields. They do not care. They do not care. Yeah, Jill Biden was a horrifying trailer park witch wearing the damn Motel 6 curtains. Ugh. Ew. Can you imagine? When I see my first lady, I'm like, look at my first lady. My first lady would never wear white shoes in October. Never. It's like Joan Crawford. No wire hangers. Yeah. What's up, Charles? Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, the government, even the U.S. government, has been catering to the cartels under Obama and Biden. None of these ugly hoes hold a candle to my first lady. A literal supermodel. Not figurative. A literal supermodel has never once been asked to be on Vogue or Harper's Bazaar. That's why their magazines are failing. Remember when Harper's Bazaar used to be that thick for like the fall edition? We waited for Harper's Bazaar and Vogue magazine. Vogue magazine used to be that thick. And now it's like that. Nobody cares about these. They're not fashion. You're just an echo chamber of leftist mental retardation. Nobody wants to read that crap. And the clothes are ugly. It's all dudes dressing up like females. Do look like a lady. Do look like a lady. It's all trans bullshit. It's not even real models. It's all weird people and 400-pound models. Bro, get out of here. Nobody buys that crap. But do you know there was a magazine that featured, they did a spread on First Lady Melania like 6 months ago. It was a UK, out of the UK. The magazine, I tried to get a copy of the magazine. They sold every single copy in one day. One day. Worldwide. It was First Lady Melania Trump did a beautiful a magnet spread. Oh my gosh, just beautiful, just gorgeous. It sold out in one day. One day, sold completely. Every copy gone, and they have not gone into a second print. Just one. They put Kamala on the cover of Vogue, and they still sitting on the shelves. Letitia James. Ooh, Letitia James. Respucia left her brownstone looking like a whale that's an insult to whales. Look with a red rag on. Sage bulged out. Ugh. What a sorry excuse for a female. Letitia James is going down. Letitia James, Respucia, is going down. She was used just like Alvin Bragg, just like Fannie Willis. You notice how white liberals, the Dixie Democrat white liberals, use Black district attorneys and attorneys general to push their attacks and their persecution of Donald Trump. I warned them when they started. I'm like, if these white liberals are going to wash their hands of you, do you think they're going to acknowledge you? Do you think they're going to bail you out of trouble? No, they're too busy bailing themselves out of trouble. They tried to get an auto pen pardon, and they just didn't get to the front of the line fast enough, I guess. So, no, Alvin Bragg, you think your black ass was getting an auto pen pardon? You think Letitia James, you big Bremolo, did you think you were getting an auto pen pardon? Oh, Fannie Willis, Miss Big Girl Gray Goose. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Oh, hey, ho, hip hop parade, ho. Did any of you dumb porch Negroes think that you were getting a pardon? Really? I warned you. These white liberals are going to use you and throw you away like a used up milk carton, like a sour dish towel. They're not going to have anything to do with you, and they will denounce ever knowing you, including Kamala, because she's not black. She's not black. Fannie Willis down there in Georgia thought she was special, snapping her fingers up in the air. Girl, look what I did. Girl, I'm going to the White House. Girl, I'm meeting with Kamala Harris. Yes, indeed. Yes, I am, because I'm taking down Donald Trump. Bitch, please. You're going to be trying to get some food stamps next month. Oh, but the government is shut down. So you dumbass people. You really thought you could sit at the table with these white liberal credential class Democrats? Did you really think you were part of the 1%ers? You're nobody. You're nothing. They sit around and laugh at your black ass. They still call you the help. You were warned, all of you. You were warned. You were warned about working for them. You were warned. And now they're just going to turn their backs on you and act like they never knew you. Yeah. You, Fannie Willis, with her Gray Goose big ass, and her boyfriend, the ambulance chasing attorney, Nathan Wade. Such a stupid cast of losers thought they were going to take down Donald Trump. Everything they tried to do to President Trump is coming back on them 1,000 times worse. Because God said, touch not mine anointed and do my prophet no harm. That's exactly what they did. Because they thought they would steal the White House for another term, and it didn't happen. And now they're like, you ain't sipping Grey Goose now, are you, bitch? You big hoe, up in the club with your Bremolo ass, trying to twerk. You ain't doing nothing but causing an earthquake. I can't stand these people. These white folks don't care about you. None of you. You're all going to prison. And I'm really enjoying how the president is just not even saying anything. He's just not even saying anything, because what it does is they're wondering every single day when they wake up, is this going to be the day that they kick my door in, that they knock on my door and do a search of my house? Or is this the day that I'm going to be indicted? They get to be the hunted now. And it's glorious. It is glorious to watch. Glorious. It will intensify. I call this, as I mentioned, Operation Bulldozer. It's happening. It's coming. Operation Bulldozer. They're just it's gonna be like one day you just gonna wake up and you're just gonna see bomb after bomb drop from all sides, and they're not gonna be able to handle it. They're so brazen that they are doing things like protecting illegals, like members of Congress, Democrat members of Congress, forming coalitions and websites and apps to dox ICE agents. Because they just think that nothing is ever going to happen to them, because nothing ever has. But guess what? It's not going to go that way anymore. Even pie, that's funny. Yeah, they're going to reap all the evil that they sowed. They're going to reap all the evil that they sowed. They have put this country into they've caused a lot of trouble, and it's going to be hard to unbrainwash people. These old white disgusting baby boomer liberals, write them off. They got one foot in the grave anyway. They're in their 70s and 80s. They're sick because they got all them damn shots and all them damn boosters. So there is natural selection. You were warned. Did it anyway. Oh well. Shouldn't have done it. They're so sanctimonious and so selfish that they would hold a No Kings rally trying to fight President Trump when he is rescuing children from evildoers, from the evils. He is rescuing children from child sex slavery. He's rescuing children that Joe Biden had trafficked in here. But he's wrong somehow. Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. But Joe Biden was so damn great. He was asleep half the time. Couple more stories, And because they're actually pretty interesting in their own way. Let's bring this one in, because this is now what the dumb liberals are doing, because they just don't know what else to do, and they cannot change what is happening. So this is what liberals do every weekend now. They go in Austin, Texas. Thank you, Kelly, too, for sending this to me. American AF posted, liberals in Austin, Texas are now screaming at a river every Sunday to protest President Trump.
3, 2, 1.
Sometimes we need permission to scream, right? We're so used to holding things together. We can handle whatever's going on in our life, you know, especially as adults. But I think sometimes just having permission to release is a really big part of it.
Scream with us! Scream with us! Scream with us! Scream with us! Scream with us!
Yep. And they say something's wrong with us, but they're literally screaming at the river. Did conservatives do any of this shit when Joe Biden was sitting there? Did we go and scream at rivers or scream at the sky or do no brains rallies? Or like during George Floyd, loot, burn, maim, kill, beat people down, cause $300 billion in damage across the country over a year because of a damn crack addict who would have died the same night anyway. He was juiced up so heavily he wouldn't have survived till the morning. But let's just blame the white man. Cool. Scream at the sky. That's well, that's just going to make President Trump just cry. Like, and who's mostly out there? Who was mostly out there? Kooky, white, liberal, psychotic females who are now complaining because a lot of them are in their 40s, 30s and 40s. They have a husband. They have no prospects of being with anybody. They are regretful of the years that they spent as a feminazi, and now they can't find a husband because liberalism is a mental disease, and they look like hell, and they have no prospects of a man. This is like a thing. I remember about 2 years ago, I saw, I'll try to remember to bring it up tomorrow, an article that showed liberal females, college educated, credential class, white liberal females were looking for conservative men to impregnate them. Because they didn't want the soy boys that they drove to be soy boys with their feminazi, third wave feminism bullshit. And now you got a bunch of dudes who wear tight pants that restrict their movement. And they don't want that no more. They want to have a baby with a conservative man. Conservative men who are real men would never in a million years go near a liberal female, because they're poison. They're psychotic. And it always comes out, and it comes out really, really fast. You do not have to wait long to see her turn into Reagan on The Exorcist. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Thousands of them. Thousands of these videos. Thousands. Let's look at this one, for instance. This is fun. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. Oh God, look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. I'm bringing this in because we got to talk about it.
If you're a single person, live alone, maybe have no kids, have you ever been asked if you have regrets?
Look at that poor dog.
Look
at the poor dog. Somebody help this dog. Lord Jesus, help this dog. Please help the dog, Lord. Help the dog. Look at this poor dog. Can we get some help for this dog, please? Please.
The other night in a conversation with some friends, I stopped and I thought about it, and I kind of gave the obligatory, no, I don't have any regrets. And why should I? I'm happy. I didn't really get into it with my friends too much, but I did think about it later that night. You know, sometimes in life, it's not necessarily our choice whether we're going to get married or remain single or have kids or not. Sometimes it is a choice. Other times it's a matter of playing the hand you're dealt. And that was probably the case for me. I think when I was a lot younger, I would have hoped to maybe meet the right person to share a life with and have a partner and build a life as a team, you know? I think I would have liked that. You know, if we're going to be honest here, and I am, there are times, of course, that you feel lonely when you live alone. There's nobody to share the burden with. There's nobody to cook you dinner when you come home. There's no hugs and kisses goodnight or goodbye in the morning. It's on you. And you learn how to be independent and strong. You learn that you can survive and handle.
Independent and strong is what got you in this mess, and the fact that you are just not girl. Lord Jesus, I just cannot get over the poor dog. The poor dog. We need to help this dog, Lord. This poor dog. Oh God. Oh God. Look at this one.
Hey, TikTok. You know, it's crazy because I joke a lot about
she said even the puppy
being single and
Michelle,
you know, I
spit it out.
I laugh it off. But I'm 46 years old. And while I'm getting ready for surgery and everything, it dawned on me. Hold on. I'm sorry. It dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me.
Oh!
I don't have a husband to help me get ready.
Shows that.
I'm 46 years old and I still need my mama.
Oh boy.
To take care of me post-op. I still need my sister, which whether I had a husband or not, they would be there. It sucks.
Yeah.
Being single and 46 sucks.
What a shame. Wasted your life.
It just
What a
sucks.
shame.
And I'm fucking tired. And I make jokes about the fucking buffoons that I have been encountering in dating. But in reality, this is my reality. This is my reality. This is my reality, and those stories are the shit that's available. People good have gotten married in their 20s and 30s because they're good men.
Oh, wow, that happens. Oh, you just realized that? See, somebody told you you needed to be a boss bitch and you needed to be independent woman, and I don't need no man, and I'm gonna go to the club and I'm gonna sit at the club looking like, damn it, I'll bite you. And nobody wants to talk to you, and dudes are not gonna approach you because you got that look on your face like you just sucked a lemon, and then you wonder why you go home by yourself, or you go home with a dude who's a one night stand, who blocks your damn number the next day because you're probably a psycho. But this is
Tone, why should people join us for the AI Advantage Summit?
Good
commercial,
isn't it? Feminazi movement.
So this message is for my future.
And told you that this is what you need to do. Few more of these, and then we're getting off of here because it's getting late.
So this message is for my future husband.
Where are you?
I am 41 years old, single, without kids, living in a van.
My mom's tired from being single. 8 hours of sleep will not cure this. A boyfriend will.
I don't need a man. I'm a strong, independent woman.
Oh, bitch down.
I'm a 35-year-old.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Michelle's like, how many times she got to tell me she's 46? Shit. Go out, dance. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta. Did y'all see the girl who fell? I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent woman. We gotta watch that again because that was funny as shit. Hold on.
For this, a boyfriend will.
I don't need a man. I'm a strong, independent woman.
Oh, shit.
I'm a 35-year-old single mother. I don't have time to waste. I got ghosted tonight. Completely wasted my time talking to somebody the entire week, getting to know them.
Right.
Them telling me they're so excited to hang out with me. To completely ghost me.
As a heterosexual female, I think we could all agree that the number one reason we are not dating is men.
It shouldn't be this hard, right? Like, where are the good men? All of us.
They're married, bitch.
Apparently, all of us are on the same boat, and there's just no men out here to date. And that just like leaves me.
They're married. When you were out here trying to be all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, while you were out here listening to Bouncy tell you that you had to be a single lady, other women were getting married to good men who had careers, who are now taking care of them. And these females are going to the yogurt shop and going to Lululemon and buying expensive yoga pants and go to their little spin class, while your bitch ass is sitting here talking about where are all the good men at. Oh, you ain't have none but air and opportunity, bitch. Now you're single and trying to make it on your own at a young age. You should have prayed for and been actively in search of your husband.
To the question of why. I know I'm picky as hell. Like every one of my friends say how picky I am and how it's just like it's gonna get me nowhere, and I get it. But I also know what I bring to the table, so I'm just like,
what do you bring to the table? What exactly do you bring to the table, Heffa? What do you bring to the table? What, you're a customer service rep? I mean, what do you bring to the table? You think because you got a cute little face and the cute little eyebrows and the little makeup on, that's what you bring to the table? Ass? Guys can get ass anywhere. What do you bring to the table? Clearly you're not dateable, and you just told on yourself that you have high standards, probably for no reason, and you want a dude who looks like a model, but who's completely faithful to you, who is a millionaire, who will take care of you so you can sit on your ass and do nothing and offer him absolutely nothing. And then you'll be a psychotic bitch who will make his life miserable. And then he'll ultimately divorce you because you're high maintenance and your head is completely empty, and you probably voted for Kamala damn Harris. Moving on.
you got to be picky because I don't want to settle, and it's been this long, why would I settle? But what is it about these men out here that's causing all of us in the comment section to realize that we're all single?
Speaking, like, I feel that I am ready for a relationship. Like, I can do this. I want to have a boyfriend. It would be nice to have someone to come home and say, honey, I'm home. But at the same time, I feel like with messages or meeting with people, it's so time consuming, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose my time, that the energy will not match, that I end up not talking to anyone.
So rant/question for you. Have you noticed that all of your friends who are single after 30 are like the best of the best? Like all of my girlfriends who are still single after age 30 are stunning, successful. And that's not just me being friends with them. That's objective. They're business owners. They're ex-models. They're like gorgeous, grade A women. And yet they're the ones who stayed single.
Because they're incorrigible bitches that are unapproachable, and they will only date a dude who is a multimillionaire, and their multimillionaire prospects want a younger woman who's not in her 30s and 40s. And they don't want anything to do with you because you've built your career, you're set in your ways, you're combative, you compete with men, you don't want a submissive woman, you don't want to talk, you don't want to have a conversation, you want to argue because you always want to have one up on the conversation, you want to dominate, you don't want to be a team, and you don't want to abide by God's plan for marriage, you just want to be in control. That's why. Bitch.
Well, is that just Vancouver or is that an everywhere thing? And if so, like, why?
So I'm 31, actually 31, but almost there anyways. And I'm still single and never been married, no kids. And I do want all of those things, but I feel like it's not talked about enough. Kind of like the weird period when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, and pretty much.
Okay, we're going to save this. Ladies, I feel like we're having a good conversation here because it's pertinent when we're trying to, we're not trying, we are in a renaissance. We are rebuilding America. We need more couples. We need to have babies. We need to have women who are not feminazis. We've already done 60 years of feminism. It is a failed social experiment. It does not work. It just makes a bunch of bitter, pissy, older females who have never been married, who never have had children, and who are trying to now figure out in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, oh my gosh, I've spent my entire life myself because I've been a boss bitch, but it doesn't give me anything. So what now? This is definitely, these are conversations that are worth having. And perhaps we can reach the women in their 20s to help guide them on a better path, which is what Brother Charlie Kirk was doing. And we need to go ahead and pick up the banner and move it forward so that these young people, yes, and we now go to our Bible. That is the ultimate marriage guide. And these kids, they're receptive to it because feminazi-ism has done nothing for women. It has done nothing for women. It has caused, you know, the strangest things is it's usually the crazy, some of these individuals who are preaching all of this feminism crap are married with children. They're married with children. We have a Democrat representative who is in the Aurora district here in Colorado. During the campaign last October, she released a commercial. I can't find it anywhere. I wish I had downloaded it and saved it. I can't find it anywhere. She was 8 months pregnant. Okay. Bitch was 8 months pregnant, had a whole ass husband, a whole ass baby already, and pregnant with another one. But her commercial to Coloradans, to young women, was get more abortions. Bitch, your stomach is way out here. You are clearly getting ready to be wheeled, plopped up on the table, your feet put in stirrups, and you're going to crap out a baby. But you're telling these young people, don't go kill it. But see, babies and family for me, but not for thee. That is Representative Brittany Pedersen, or as she is known in Colorado, this baby prop bitch. Who called her that? Oh, my friend Ash called her that. She uses the baby. She's the one who brings the baby on the Congress floor as a prop all the time because she's always trying to make a point. Oh, thank you, Sammy. Oh, y'all so funny. Yeah, Brittany Pedersen, this is what I'm saying. It's the mentality of these Democrats is everything beautiful for me, nothing left for thee. Sorry, I got to it first. And everything is awesome. Woo! Yay me. Oh, Lord, I'm going to continually mock and ridicule and make fun of these people. They are horrifying. Horrifying. So, all right, we've been on here like two hours. So we're gonna talk more about that subject. but I am so grateful that you guys were here with me today for pole dancing. We talked about Winsome Sears, the Virginia governor's race. Y'all, if you in Virginia or if you know somebody in Virginia, vote for Winsome Sears for governor. And we'll talk about the New Jersey race next, because that one is coming up as well. And that's the one Scotty Pressler is working on. And he's getting the ground game together. And let me tell you, New Jersey might flip red. Let me tell you, nobody thought Chicago would even have a chance of flipping red. But see, when you dump a bunch of illegal aliens in Chicago in black neighborhoods, black folks are going to turn around and rise up against your monkey ass. Brandon Johnson, Mr. Blackity Black on Black with black and black and black. And I have a black wife and a black children. I live in a black house with black car and black shoes and black soul. Disgusting. But you sure brought in a bunch of illegal foreign nationals who weren't black, and you put them up in expensive hotels. You gave them free food. You gave them free housing, cars. You gave them free education. You gave them free everything, Brandon Johnson. They weren't black. They weren't black. Now all of a sudden, Brandon Johnson wants you to remember that he is pro-black. No, you ain't. No, you ain't, Negro. You ain't black. You ain't black. Ain't nothing black about you. Disgusting creep. So much to talk about. So little. I love you guys. I sure do appreciate you. Thank you. Y'all could be anywhere doing anything, listen to anybody. You spent your time right chill in this here place. Right chill, talking to your girl. What's up? I appreciate you. When I tell you that, I mean it. God bless you, and keep praying for our country. Keep praying for each other. Pray for our president, and just let's keep this party going. I'll see you guys mañana. Peace.